Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Jules Suds and Soaps. Today what I'm going to be doing is remelting, I'm going to basically rebatch. So soaps, that I had already made. I'm going to be melting these down, changing the colors of some of them. And then what I want to do, I have this set up here, my mold, and it's on a slant. And hopefully this will work. And I'm going to be pouring a layer here, and then I'm going to, tilt this way and repeat the pattern. So this also, I'm going to have to press pause a lot because these layers, it takes a while to set up. And, I want this layer to be, set up before I did it this way. Otherwise, it's just going to go down here. So in the interest of time, I will be pausing you guys a lot during this particular soap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to melt down this melt and pour, 30-second bursts, and, stir, and then just do that until it's completely melted. And we will be right back. Okay, we are back to pour. And I'm going to measure, get the temperature. I'm at about 144, which is fine for what I'm doing here. So I'm going to start by prepping my mold with rubbing alcohol. It's starting to get thick, starting to. So I'm just going to go from side to side. Okay, I'm going to spray just a tiny bit just for the air bubble. Okay. So I'm going to let this sit, I don't know, about maybe 20 minutes or so. And then I'm going to turn the camera back on for the next layer. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back. This appears to be hardened enough anyway for me to flip it around to do the next pour. So I'm trying to see if you guys can see. So in other words, it's on an angle. So, like I said, I'm just going to do the same thing on this side. All right. Hoping you guys can see. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do, I did shave some other soaps. I'm going to put this on the top. I want to have a white top with those. So, okay, so what I'm going to do now is start melting down my next color. Let's see. All right, so I'm going to do it again at 30-second bursts. And we will bring you back when it's melted. We are back. Let's see here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray, because, we want these different layers to adhere to one another. And alcohol will act as like a binding agent. So I'm going to take my temperature. The other thing is I don't want to melt anything over here as well. Okay, so we're sitting at about 150. I want it to go down just a little bit more. So I have this pretty copper color. It did just build a skim though. So let me see. So I'm going to keep stirring. And this is the color I used from Amazon. Hopefully that's coming in. It's copper. All right. I am going to start pouring because this feels like it's setting up quick. Okay, now I'm going to again spray with alcohol. This will take care of the air bubbles in there. And again, this will just ensure this to be sticking together here. So I'm going to go ahead and let this set again so that we can get on to our next layer. Be right back. We are back. I have my next color melted. Hopefully this won't penetrate. I'm hoping that that layer is good to go. Okay, good. All right, perfect. Let me give this a quick stir. And again, I'm going to want to spray alcohol in here to get everything to adhere to one another. Okay. Now, the temperature we are at. Let's see here. Okay. It's about 150. It's still a little bit too hot because I don't want it to penetrate those layers. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and pour. We're at about 135. So I'm just hoping and praying that this doesn't break through that layer. Actually, what I'm going to do is have a spatula here. So the impact, the most severe impact would be on the spatula itself. We just want this to kind of buffer just in case it's not, I know it's set, but it's important for this design that all the colors are separate. Thickening up here. Okay. Now I'm going to spray with alcohol. This will eliminate the bubbles, and it also will help, again, the layers to adhere to one another. So I'm going to let that set, and I will bring you back in a moment. Okay, we are back. Now for this next layer, I'm going to set this straight now. And we are at 136. Mix the mica up real good. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is take it out of that. We want it as straight as possible. Okay, what I'm going to do is use a spatula. I really don't want these any of these layers melting. We're at about 143. I'm spraying alcohol in the measuring cup to avoid bubbles. Okay, and we are going to start pouring. Just going to pour over this like so. Get it in there the best you can. I'm going to spray that with alcohol. And what I'm going to do next is we're going to let this set. And then when we come back, I'll have my white melted, and then we'll finish up the soap. We're back. I actually wanted to do one more layer here before I do the white. Let me stir it one more time. And this is more of a raspberry color. Okay, again, I'm doing this to absorb the impact so that way it doesn't break through. I'm hoping it's not going to break through. I know that was a bigger layer. It seems to be okay so far. This particular soap, you have to, it takes time. I mean, it takes a good 20 minutes for each layer there to set up. So, you know, you just got to be patient. I mean, I'm doing laundry and cleaning and everything in between. So, you know, just be patient with it. Give it time. But I'm hoping this is a pretty, I hope it's a pretty soap. Okay, so I'm going to let this set up. And then the final thing I'm going to do is, like I said, melt down white melt and pour. And then I have my shavings here. So, and I actually really thoroughly put alcohol, rubbing alcohol on these. They're going to really help them to stick and to stay. They're going to be staying. I'm going to be having the white, so they're going to look pretty. They're going to look pretty, and we will be right back. Okay, we are back for the last layer of white. Okay. Actually, I want this to get a skin a little bit more than that. So we're going to make sure we're going to make sure everything is sprayed with alcohol real good. Okay, hopefully this won't penetrate. I'm going to start pouring now. I think it did break through. That's okay. I'm not at least bit concerned about that. Okay, so I'm going to spray this with alcohol really good. I'm just going to place all these in here. Now, I should probably wait a minute because I don't want these to melt either. But I need these, I need the, you know, to actually be like a glue. So I kind of have to put them in there. Well, whatever makes it, whatever doesn't. Gotta really get these in here. Spray again with alcohol. Okay, just continue. So make sure if you can that all of it is inside. I have a feeling a lot of these pieces. They're probably just going to come right off. Okay. You know the drill. I'm going to let this set, and then when it is done, I will bring you back for the cut. See you soon. We are back for the cut. Off camera, what I did, I was concerned about, you know, these staying on top. They were kind of coming off and everything. So what I did was I just melted down a little bit of the purple and white melt and pour and drizzled it on there, and I thought it gave it a neat effect too. So let me show you before I cut into this. Hoping the camera is picking this up. There's the bottom side. Okay, we're going to start the cut. Hope everybody's having a good day today. there you go. Well, at least I know this technique works. And that's the side. Okay, let me just set them on this. Okay, we're gonna, see, I'm a little nervous cutting this. I mean, I know I'm gonna lose some. That's just inevitable. They're not gonna all stick. Yeah, see, but that's okay. And then I did think that, and I saw it here, I knew that that pink and the white kind of blended. But again, you know, it's homemade soap. It's not going to be perfect. Probably all going to be the same. This was a bigger loaf that I made. I'm glad to know this works. I think these are, I'm going to just, yeah, they're very delicate. I'm sure most of them won't stay. I really needed to put it in more melt and pour. I should have probably added more white. But again, you know, it's the way you learn. Again, you can see a little bit where it penetrated, and it kind of gives it a neat look. I'm not too upset about that at all. Yeah, see, some are falling. See, I know these will stay in there. That gave it a cool effect. So these little embed, the shavings were able to get down in there a little bit. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it penetrated. I think it's these. I may be wrong. Yeah, I think it's these. I think it actually stayed. Really cool. I probably should have, I'm going to cut it this way. Okay, that's the side of it. And again, I can always go back and fix them and put more melt and pour. I can just drizzle it on there and it will help it to stay together. It's the one of the sides. It's the bottom. And there you go. You know, you can modify this. Obviously, it'll look different with different colors and, you know, just be creative and make sure, again, for something like this, the most important thing is you use a lot of alcohol because that's what's going to get these layers, like I had said, the actual layers themselves, you know, because they're two separate things. And the alcohol, it evaporates, so it's not something that stays on your skin or, you know, stays for a long period of time. But it does help to allow these, you know, these layers to adhere. So, okay, thanks so much. And I would appreciate it, please, if you could like and subscribe below. I really, really would mean a lot to me. I do enjoy doing this, and like I've said so many times, it's so therapeutic. But I hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the next video.